Alright, we are back and better than ever with a new course review. This time we are playing Scholl Canyon up in the hills of Eagle Rock. Par 60, executive course. Only one hole over 300 yards, so let's get into it. Tee off with just a 4-iron here, leave myself a little pitch shot. Trying to bring this down off of the ridge. And just gets kind of hung up there. These greens are really sloping, really tricky, so even though it's a short course, it's got its defenses. Tapping in for par on the first hole, heading over to the second. Short par 3, which most of the holes are. Chunk of wedge short of the green here. Scrambling for par on the second here. Chip up, rolls a little past, so got a par save on the second. Get it dead drop. Alright, we head over to the longest hole on the whole course, 324 yards. Laying up with a 4-iron here. Give myself a decent shot, decent angle. Unfortunately, chunk this wedge and put it into the bunker. Decent bunker shot, flopping it out here. Got another par save here. This one's gonna lip out though. So first bogey of the day. Par 4, third here. Again, another wedge in hand. Put it to the back of the green here. Long putt for birdie. Not gonna quite get it down. Another tap in par. This is actually one of the tougher holes on the course. Uphill, long par 3. Most of those are wedges, but I had to hit a 7-iron here. Put it in the bunker. Good bunker shot. Got another par save. But back-to-back bogeys, not good. Par 3 sixth, going back down the hill. Just short, gonna chip it up. Keeps rolling down this hill and miss a really short one to make it 3 bogeys in a row. Correction, 3 bogeys in 4 holes. Alright, super short hole, only 65 yards to the pin here. Give myself a birdie look, but wish it would have been closer. And we're gonna settle for another tap in par, at least stop the bogey train. Alright, hit a pitching wedge to the back here. There's a big ridge in the green. Was hoping to get it to kind of come down, but instead I'm going to have to putt it down. Walking behind it as it slowly trickles its way up to a pretty good spot. And we'll have another tap in par. Alright, par 4, ninth here. Short par 4 again, but laying up with 4-irons on all these par 4s. Unfortunately, put in the bunker, had this really tough, half wedge bunker shot. Pretty good, put a pretty good one on it. Gonna leave us at least a birdie look here, but we're gonna leave it short. And yet another tap in par, heading over to the back. Par 4, 10th. Again, just taking a 4-iron, laying up here. Gonna leave a little pitch shot, trying to play it off of the hill here. Can't quite get it to come all the way down though. Gonna leave a sidewinder of a putt here. And again, these birdie putts coming up just a little short, tapping in for pars. Go to the par 3, 11th. Beautiful hole here. You can see LA in the background. Hit a wedge to middle of the green. Again, just can't get these birdies to drop, but we'll nestle it in there close for par. Alright, so after the 11th, you go way up this hill to the 12th, and you're going to see these are some of the craziest holes you will ever see. This first one, not too crazy, but it is a blind shot. Can't see the green. Extended pin. Able to get this for a par save. This 13th hole is awesome. You can see the green way up there, just a little sliver. If you want to drive it, you got to go all the way over the canyon. Mine literally hits the fairway, bounces into the bush. So only about 60 or so yards up this hill to the green, but in a bush, so just chunk it out to the back part of the green. You can really see how high up we are from this angle and that canyon that you would have to carry from the tee box. Alright, par 3, 14th, the smallest green you'll ever play. Honestly, the tee box was way up here. I've literally seen people putt it on the cart path because they're scared. I literally went down into the ravine, but was able to find it, chip it up, able to just make a bogey. Alright, par 4, 15th. Obviously a great view coming back down the hill. This shot is so hard to keep under control, especially if there's any amount of wind. Luckily there wasn't too much, so able to get just short of the green. Get another good birdie look here. Just short. Can't get any of these birdies to drop. Still haven't had a birdie all day, even with all these birdie holes. Par 3, 16th here. Finally get one close and finally get one to drop. Now we head over to the par 3, 17th. You can see it's getting dark. Finishing on these last few holes. Luckily there's some tennis courts there, so providing some light on these greens, but trust me, it's way darker than it looks. Trying to save this par. Just can't get it done. Heading over to the last hole. Par 3 up the hill. Hit a good wedge shot. Gonna put it up to here and make a par in the dark and finish at plus 464. Pretty decent day, but just couldn't get enough birdies to drop. Obviously, a lot of opportunities on a course like this. My favorite 3-hole stretch, without a doubt, is the 13th, 14th, 15th. We're going to call it the Canyon. It is literally the Scholl Canyon. Those are where you come out to play those 3 holes. They're so unique. They're so awesome. You got to at least go out there and try some of those holes up in those hills. You're just never going to find anything like it. My favorite individual hole is the 16th hole. It's just such a short par 3, but it's literally listed at 62 yards from the back tees. But if the pin's in the front, you literally can't even see the pin. So it's just such a unique hole. You're still at the top of the hill looking directly down at LA. It's just an awesome hole. All right, for overall grade, I literally put A plus for fun, B minus for real. This is one of the most fun courses I've ever played, especially when I was, a junior golfer out there. It's just such an awesome course. It's so unique. But being realistic, it's an executive course, not the greatest conditions. People are kind of jumping holes sometimes. So if you want a fun, silly round and able to just play a couple of those canyon holes up at the top, definitely go try it out. It is definitely worth playing those holes. All right, and that's about it for Scholl Canyon. We will be back with another course review soon. See you later.